A hydraulic press is an ingenious piece of engineering that is as versatile as it is powerful. Sure, they can compact cosmetics in one factory and stamp out car parts in another. But what we're really interested in is their unrivaled squishing power. I imagine the designers of these hefty machines never envisaged them being used for pulverizing candles and turning ordinary household items into pulp, but hey, here we are. Hydraulic presses can generate thousands of tons of force and direct it into a relatively small area. The result is total destruction and can make hard objects crumble like stale cookies. Fruits, vegetables, and plastic toys make the most satisfying of noises when succumbing to the power of the hydraulic press. More solid items, such as bowling balls, blocks of metal, and even diamonds, offer repeated viewing pleasure as you anticipate their inevitable demolished fate. Hydraulic presses are serious pieces of kit that are incredibly useful to many industries. But I still think their best use is crushing mundane objects for our viewing pleasure. Don't you agree? Scribe it. If you plan on throwing up regular murals on your home or office walls, your first choice might be a talented artist that charges an alarming high flat fee. But don't forget that we're living in the era of tech. If there's a job to be done, you can rest assured that there's a robot out there that can do it quicker, better, and cheaper. Scribe is the hipster artist of the robot world, and I could sit and watch this little fella work his magic all day long. Installation just takes 2 nails and a plug socket. Once fixed to the wall of your choosing, all you need to do is upload a picture or drawing to the app, and Scribe will look after the rest. The drawing process takes just minutes, and if you get tired of the design, Scribe can retrace its steps and remove it before laying down another masterpiece. Wood planking machines. Wood is a popular building material thanks to its versatility, durability, and relatively cheap cost. We use wood for pretty much everything, from building houses to the furniture that fills them, even the picket fence that wraps around the wooden porch out front. But have you ever stopped to think how your wooden planks go from bark-covered tree to the clean, splinter-free 2x4s you pick up at Home Depot? Wood planking machines are essentially great big industrial bandsaws that take rough-edged trees and turn them into perfect planks that us DIYers love to get our hands on. Planking machines start by squaring off the round trunks and removing any bark in the process. It then sizes the large lengths of wood to a preset specification before effortlessly slicing off perfect planks. These machines can produce planks of all sizes, big or small, with absolute ease. The process from start to finish is mesmerizing to watch, from the huge trees that are funneled in to the perfectly smooth lengths of workable planks that come out, each of which is destined for carpentry greatness. Chocolate 3D printers. In our first most satisfying invention video, we looked at a giant 3D printer that uses concrete to print ultra-cheap houses, an amazing development of the technology for sure. Solving the global housing crisis is one thing, and having a roof over your head is great, but what about chocolate? Yes, you heard me right, chocolate. This 3D printer doesn't use concrete to build houses or polymers to create small toys. This 3D printer uses chocolate to print, well, chocolate. The printer works very much in the same way as a regular 3D printer. You upload a CAD file, fill it up with medium, and the machine will take care of the rest. Except with this printer, you fill the hopper with chocolate instead of plastic. Of course, these chocolate printers are purpose-built using food-grade materials and also operate at far lower temperatures. But anything that you can print with an ordinary 3D printer, you can also print with this. Watching layer upon layer of chocolate slowly build up a beautifully sculpted figurine really gets my taste buds going. Pressure washers. I like to consider pressure washers as the gateway into the wonderful world of satisfying machines. Who knew that some really fast water coming out of a hose could be so exhilarating? Many of us will have fond memories of our first pressure washer encounter. The way that they can bring almost any surface back to their former glory is a sight to behold and definitely a cherished memory. Tarnished patios, mud-caked cars, and moss-ridden sheds are no match for the cleaning power of pressurized water. Using one of these squirt guns on steroids is like painting in reverse, stripping away dirt and grime, revealing what hidden beauty still lies beneath the surface. Pressure washers come with a range of nozzle attachments, from fine points for really tough jobs to wide, almost fan-like sprays for covering wider areas. Tire retreader. Lay your eyes upon the Ring Builder 3000. I'm sold on the name alone. This fine piece of engineering is a tire retreading machine that takes old worn-out tires destined for the scrap pile and gives them a much-deserved second round of life, and a third, and a fourth. When a tire's tread is worn, the whole tire is usually scrapped or repurposed, despite the rest of the tire being completely unscathed, but this doesn't have to be the case. Using the Ring Builder 3000, worn tires can be smoothed down, re-rubbered, and retreaded at a fraction of the cost of an entire tire build. The process not only saves useful rubber from going to landfill, but is also a fascinating and satisfying process to watch. First, the machine strips the old tread before laying down a smooth surface of new rubber. The now slick tyre is then met with a generous coating of adhesive before a pre-cured ring of tread is laser-guided around the circumference. After pressing and being left to set, the tyres are now ready to be refitted to a rim and used until their next retreading. Dustless blasters. Traditional sandblasting is an old-school favourite, but it's now making way for the new kid on the block, dustless blasting. Dustless blasting does exactly what it says on the tin, but without the cough-inducing dust clouds and annoying cleanups. Dustless blasters use a mixture of air, abrasive material, and water to clean away dirt, rust, paint, and pretty much anything else that you put into its path. The result is ultra-clean lines of cleaned-away material, perfect for stripping cars back down to the bare metal, removing graffiti from brick walls, and even restoring wood back to an unprimed state. The most common abrasive material used in dustless blasting is recycled glass medium. So not only is dustless blasting insanely satisfying to watch, but it will also take it easy on your environmental conscience too. Laser engraving machines. Sports trophies, jewelry, and even the back of your mobile phone can be laser engraved to add a personal touch. The laser engraving process almost looks like magic as beams of light carve out perfect designs in almost any material. The process works by the laser beams heating up the material until it transforms into a gas, evaporating literally into thin air. Because the material is heated so quickly, it skips the liquid stage, resulting in incredibly clean and precise lines. Laser engraving can etch at different depths, creating a range of tones, making it possible to laser engrave intricate pictures and logos. Deep laser engravings are not only fascinating to watch and pleasing on the eye, but also have their practical uses too. Laser engraved pistol grips are incredibly popular thanks to the awesome designs available and the superior grip that they provide. Wagner Control Pro Airless Paint Sprayer. While the two other sprayers in the video are for removing things like paint and varnishes, this awesome piece of kit is for laying it down quicker than your eyes will believe. The Wagner Airless Paint Sprayer is a low-pressure spray gun that takes all the hard work out of painting indoors and out. The broad spray nozzle allows for effortless passings of perfectly distributed paint, allowing users to cover large areas in just seconds as opposed to hours. The paint sprayer can be used for almost any household painting job, regardless of scale, from the back of a door to a whole room, or even the entire exterior of your home. The gun's nozzle can also be quickly switched between a vertical and a horizontal position, which makes for easy transitions between painting upright fences and low-down deckings. Thanks to the airless system pressurizing the paint instead of passing the paint through pressurized air, the paint goes on far smoother and thicker, creating a finish so perfect it's almost unbelievable. The Bender SP1250. Watching sheet metal roll into a machine isn't all that exciting. However, the satisfaction levels go through the roof when you see what's coming out on the other side. The Bender SP1250 is an expanding metal machine that turns coils of thin metal into a mesh-like material that resembles wire fencing. The machine works by cutting and stretching the metal sheet simultaneously in one repetitive motion. This results in an ultra-tough expanded metal that can be used for a range of purposes. The process is almost hypnotic. Watching the cut and stretch press tapping away over and over again, pumping out hundreds of meters of perfectly symmetrical material can keep me staring at the process for hours on end. The machine can be set to create a number of different patterns, including diamond, hexagon, and circle, each with different properties and aesthetics.